This is an internal call.
Death Stranding 2, and to quote Chris Rea,
On the beach.
they should have called it Down on the Beach. Come on, Hideo Kojima. I thought you were a man of culture, dude. I mean, you are, just for the same reasons I am, because you appreciate the female form and the way people look and act in front of a camera. I mean, you're a dude. But of course, Hideo Kojima is not without his critics. At the moment on Metacritic, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is getting rave reviews. But a certain video game company out there, or should I say a publication called GameSpot, in this case I will rename them GameSlop, just can't help themselves. Bring in an activist journalist called, I would call him Daniela, but maybe I would later on, Diego Aguelo. I mean, he's got a problem with chicks because this guy has a problem with his own gender identity. He doesn't know if he's a male or a female, a he or a him, a it or a they, a gay or a gem. Oh my goodness. But if you end up enjoying this video today, folks, make sure you give it a like and let's go around.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Her voice may be almost as important to gamers as Lara's double pistols, curves and skimpy shorts.
Kung Fu Hot Dog is a Kung Fu renegade cop. Now he must defeat the most evil Kung Fu master in the world.
For a modern gaming audience.
For a new world of unspeakable adventures.
Said, Mummy, I like the way the lady runs.
Get ready for a new world of unspeakable adventures, never before shown in a motion picture. Get ready for Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Snake. 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 Universally acclaimed, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, 90. I mean, this is pretty mega. But what I've done here, folks, is to select the worst offender possible. GameSpot, they've given it a 70 out of 100. And again, when you see this review, it is absolutely insane beyond belief. But I just want to go back to the positive reviews right here. Have a look at that. So GOG Connected, they've given it 100. Death Stranding 2, massive achievement for Hideo Kojima and his production company. And it's mostly set in Australia. And it's not a true depiction of Australia, but it's like an alternative version of, which makes a lot of sense. Dexerto, 100. Critical Hits, I was going to say something else there for a second. Also 100. Gryonline.pl 100, IGM Brazil, also the same score. Loot Level Chill, pretty funny name, same score. Mew PlayStation, Mew 100, Press Start Australia, well of course they are going to give it 100. Radio Times, when are they even significant when it comes to video gaming? The answer is never. I base Radio Times on its actual publication title. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we get to GameSpot. Now listen folks, you might find the next part very offensive, but if like Quentin Tarantino, you're into ladies' feet, then you might enjoy this. There's an unskippable photography minigame featuring 3 women posing in front of the camera, as well as a central character who often takes her shoes off as crew members make a running commentary about this habit. I'm already intrigued. The camera pans during cutscenes aren't as excessive as, say, the treatment around quiet in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, but it all feels unnecessary. And since you're witnessing photorealistic depictions of real-life women actresses, it can slip into being a bit weird. Is this guy off his fucking meds yet? Holy shit! First of all, when I read this part about the camera lingers around quiet in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, because a lot of people said she was an objectified character, which is bullshit. That's what her character is meant to be, because if you've played the game, you know Quiet. Yes, while she's being held captive by some really, truly unscrupulous army military types, a militia, right? She takes them all out. I can't show you the footage because A, it's very violent, B, it's very sexy, and there's some questionable, shall we say, Dutch angles that I truly appreciate, but you probably won't, so I can't share them with you, but you can easily find it out there. And she's a great character. Stephanie Houston, who plays her, if she had an issue with the character, she wouldn't accept the role. They spend time setting up mode caption equipment to get her facial and body movements. The same thing we saw later on with Stellar Blade from Shift Up. But this guy has a problem with photorealistic women. I mean, again, I've got to say, Mama, played by Andy McDowell's daughter, right? Margaret Qualley. Holy shit, that is absolutely, without a question of a doubt, the most stunning rendition I've seen of an actress in a video game. Elle Fanning, who's in Death Stranding 2. Can't wait to see what she looks like. By the way, I'm not buying this game because I don't own a PlayStation 5. I'm just going to wait for the PC version to come out because it's going to look a whole lot better. And in fact, with Death Stranding 1 now, obviously it's been on PC for a while. I mean, again, I'm not going to pay £60 at the moment for it. I mean, I get it because it's an upgrade. It comes with some really good visual refinements for your gaming rig. I understand that, but absolutely, and don't worry, that's not actually my location where I live, so not too bothered about that. If you're wondering why I'm scrolling all the way to the top, this is Mrs. Diego Nicolas Aguelo's review. I mean, holy shit, dude. You might as well buy a copy of the New York Times. And you might hope to see this written in there, which you wouldn't be. Look at this. Look, in the good old days of gaming, folks, you would tune into GameSpot or IGN when it was really good, and you'll get somebody who actually looks like a gaming nerd talking about the basics of the game.
By the way, this involves a chase with a man who sounds like he's doing a horrific Christopher Walken impression.
I want to know why your boys knocked off my father tonight.
Whoa, hey, your old man's dead. Gee, I'm all torn up by the news.
This guy goes into the plot, the bad points, some of the good points he has. Dude, I just want to play a fucking game. I don't want to read your synopsis of what you liked and what you didn't like and why I'm wearing fairy pixels in my hair today. I mean, nobody wants to know that shit, right? But look at the bullet points. This is, I mean, you got the good, you got the bad, where's the ugly? I'm surprised you didn't make up a third category with some more bullet points. As you can see, the bullet points for the bad outweigh the ones for the good. And let's concentrate on the bad, folks, because they're absolutely hilarious. Repetitive story beats that are too close to the first game, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And actually, Hideo Kojima has fixed this game, so it's a more fast-paced experience. Not linear, because you can traverse certain places without being stuck in one space. A focus on weapons and spectacle detracts from uniqueness, because in the first game it was criticized for not having enough action, and they fixed that with a DLC, and this sequel improves upon that. Friction is lost, rendering some challenges superficial. Here's my favorite one: questionable tropes around biological women. Now, I know he's not put the B word in there. I'm sticking that in there because we know what he means. Because childbirth, folks, oh my God, only women biologically can do that. Men can and never will.
He's hungry.
What the?
Boss fights are unimaginative, which is interesting because the reviews I've seen have shown that yes, the boss fights aren't imaginative, but there is a certain way that you can take out some enemies. They're not that easy in some respects, but you can do a fairly good takedown. I think what Hideo Kojima has done here is to make it a bit more accessible to people that might be a bit pondering about playing the game. So I respect the guy for doing that. And by the way, folks, if you thought I was clickbaiting with my headline, then think again, because Mrs. Aguayo at GameSpot is getting absolutely roasted for her review. Deception 1999 says, I'm not surprised by Kojima at this point. The guy's not even interested in ever representing what real women look like through his games. He just makes games for men. Absolutely. But I would agree also, women like to see themselves looking beautiful and feminine in a video game. Croco Gaming says, when this gay try-hard journalist needs to shut up. When World War comes, you deserve to be bullied with your nonsense review. Too much seriousness. You're retarded. Absolutely. Sonic Plays, another bomb for Sony. So what else is new? What on earth? I thought this was the best comment. What on earth is a woman supposed to do? People who write such poor reviews should not be on GameSpot, and they are seriously damaging the credibility of the webzine. GameSpot should fire this reviewer. There you go. Common sense, folks, has spoken. I take a bow like Madonna. I'll now leave the room. Diego Nicolas Aguelo, a freelance, free-ass journalist from Argentina. He's written for GameSpot, The Washington Post. Holy shit. Did he get the article wrong here? Was it meant to be for them instead of GameSpot? NPR, Polygon, well, that says a lot already. The Verge and others. So that's his review for Death Stranding 2, Tied Up, which is just the most ridiculous title ever. And look at that, on X, protected posts. I can't imagine why. And on Blue Social, because you got to be there, this is what he posted 7 months ago. So have a look at this. Hey, I'm Diego. I'm a freelance culture reporter. Oh, are you now, Diego? Fuck bigots. Well, so we know where his agenda stands. And this first snapshot here, let's have a quick look because this is pretty funny. Scared real people in rich video games. Now, I can't read the rest of this article because it's pretty much tiny. I'm assuming this is what he's written. So he's lathering in his own ineptitude of gaming journalism. Holy shit. GameSpot, I used to like as a channel on YouTube. They've got nearly 6 million subscribers. I hate that bloody banner for a start because it's Pride Month. We're coming to the end of June, by the way, GameSpot. You might want to change that. Oh my god. So this is Lucy James, whose head is getting progressively smaller every time I see her wearing a 9 Inch Nails Trent Reznor t-shirt because she's hip, folks. She's from Newcastle, from what I remember. I used to like her. I used to think at one point she was very, very sexy. But now she's been taken under the guidance of Jeff Keighley because she was a co-presenter with him this year at the Summer Games Fest, or as we like to call it, bring back E3 please. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another dire review from GameSpot, who at this stage are looking for traffic. They're clickbaiting, they deliberately sabotage a AAA game like Death Stranding 2 on the beach, because they know it's problematic. Well, actually, I'm very curious to know what Lucy James and Jake Baldino, because he's part of that crew, right, when they do their Friends Per Second podcast, which nobody watches, if they would actually agree with Mr. Aguelo's opinions about, oh my god, there's so many problematic women in this video game. Oh, please, we can't have that anymore. And as a reminder about Metal Gear Solid 5 and quiet in that game, here's what I did earlier. Oh, but I know what Mr. Aguelo's getting mad about, because in Metal Gear Solid 5, there is a moment where you as boss can either assassinate Quiet while she's lying on the ground because she's one of Cypher's assassins, or you could take her back to Mother Base and question her further. You know which option I would prefer to choose, don't you? And on that one, folks, if you enjoyed this video today, because I certainly had a fun time making it, why don't you leave a like below, smash that subscribe button, and I will catch you, definitely catching me, for the return of the next video. That's my man. They just don't make songs like this anymore, do they? Real, oh, hello.